Hey guys, I'm in Troutdale, Oregon, and tomorrow there's supposed to be a very, very large storm. So I figured I would give you guys a warning. So what I've done here is I've brought up the National Weather Service site, weather.gov, if anybody's interested. And I've brought up this map. This is just their kind of home page, I guess you'd call it. Now, I'm right here in the northwest, if it'll focus. Okay, it doesn't want to focus, so I'll just zoom in on here. But I'm right here, like, right there, kinda. And as you can see, there's lots of warnings and stuff around the area. Some brownish, kinda dark yellow, or like, yeah, kind of like yellowish, orangey, kinda pink, red, purple. Another pink, slightly darker. Now if we go to our key or legend or whatever you want to call it, we've got all these warnings here. So I'll click on that. And you see here we got Medford, which is in Oregon. You can pause the video and read this if you want. It's pretty long. I'm putting my finger like here every time because I don't want my finger in the way for people who are pausing. And that's it. But we've got lots of warnings. On the coast yesterday, I believe, there was actually a tornado that touched down in Oregon off the coast. The waves are very high. So if you're on the coast, watch out, because there's a big storm. I did some research about the storm, you know, like, by research I mean just like looking up Oregon storm and finding out kind of minimal details. And I heard that it was a very powerful low pressure storm coming in from the coast. So there's going to be lots of rain and wind, especially wind. There's supposed to be a very big windstorm tomorrow. Now, this is kind of like our version of Hurricane Matthew, but I don't think it's going to be nearly as bad as a hurricane. But apparently, it's a typhoon that's coming in. So, as you can see here, we've got some pretty dark clouds. Darker ones are over here. I'm doing this through a window, so there's a bug screen in the way. But yeah, there's a pretty dark clouds. It hasn't like fogged over like it usually does when it rains. So it was raining earlier, and it was pretty windy earlier, maybe 15 to 20 mile per hour, I would say. Like miles per hour. I said mile per hours. Whatever. Let's see, there's the wind again. But it was a lot harder earlier. It's been kind of like breezy all day. But earlier, about a little before noon, I'd say, there was quite a bit of wind, and the trees were, you know, swaying back and forth. Not like about to fall, I mean just like how they do when it's windy. Because in Troutdale, we're pretty used to the wind, but this seems like it's going to be pretty bad. And there's supposed to be about 2 inches of rain, and the wind is supposed to be, I looked on the National Weather Service site, and it said like 30 to 40 mile per hour gusts and 20 to 30 mile per hour winds, and the gusts could reach like 50, I think is what it was saying. But I also heard that the wind was supposed to be about like 90 to 100 miles per hour, and that the gusts would be a lot worse. So I don't know what to expect. I've heard varying stories or something, but I think the NWS is probably the most reliable. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of rain and a lot of wind tomorrow. The power has already gone out for many people on the coast. So yeah, tomorrow will probably be the same for us here in Troutdale. Now it's said, I heard that there's going to be a lot of wind in Portland. Now if I was at the other window, just over here by this house, where you can see the sky beneath the leaves, like right, let me see, yeah, I'll have to zoom out, like right there, so I'll zoom in on it again, like right there, just over there. If I was at the other window, you could see the hills that are behind Portland, on the west side of Portland. So if there was no hills between us and there, you could probably see Portland. So we're pretty close. I mean, downtown Troutdale is only about a quarter mile down this way. I mean, you can see the Camas across the river here by the flagpole right there. But yeah, it's going to be a very bad storm tomorrow, so I'd expect weaker trees to be maybe falling, or at least branches breaking. Probably very bad traffic. There's going to be flooding, I heard, so stay away from bridges. Probably smart to stay away from bridges. I don't know how the creeks are going to do. Beaver Creek, I know, can get fairly high when it rains a lot, but Johnson Creek especially, stay away from Johnson Creek if you're in the Portland area, because Johnson Creek always gets pretty gnarly when it rains like this is supposed to. 2 inches in 24 hours or so is a lot of rain, so the drains are going to be overwhelmed pretty quickly. Now I'm going to be here for the rest of the night, and then tomorrow I will be heading out, probably, so don't count on it, but I will probably be heading out and about, so I might be able to get some footage. And then I will be at my house in Gresham, so I'll be able to get some videos for you there. And if you're wondering, this is my great-grandma's house in Troutdale, so this isn't my actual house, but anyways, be prepared for the storm tomorrow, because it's going to be very big, and it's apparently one of the worst that we've ever had here in the Northwest. Like a once-in-a-century kind of thing, you know. So be prepared, because it's going to be a big one, and it's going to do a lot of damage. Some other things are, like, be prepared in the sense, like, you have communication, so have a phone or a radio or something. I don't really know, like, how to warn you guys, but, you know, I'm just trying to emphasize, be prepared for this. So, yeah. The power already went out yesterday, by Kane Road, that's it. It was by the south side of Mount Hood Community College by the soccer field. Something happened to one of the power lines, and Kane was backed up for like a mile or two. Man, the traffic was horrible, so thankfully we weren't caught up in that. We were going the opposite way, and we were driving here. And, oh, there's the neighbor. Okay. And there was also a car accident. I don't know if that has to do with the weather, but I'm guessing the telephone pole has to do with the weather because there's been so much wind and rain recently. But the car accident, although it sucks, it probably wasn't related. But yeah. So if that kind of stuff is already happening before the storm, then this is probably going to be pretty bad. So I have no idea what to expect, but it'll probably be bad. I'm just gonna leave you guys here now looking at the clouds, because, you know, what else is there to do? So, there's your look at the clouds. Okay, so the video is getting pretty lengthy. I'm probably going to cut it off now, so thank you guys for watching. Be prepared for the storm, and we'll see what happens. Oh man, it's already getting pretty dark. Sun must have got covered up, because I think it was lighter when I started the video. Either that or it's just getting to be sunset. Probably the combo. But yeah. So, I don't know what to expect, guys. Be prepared. Ooh. There's just a big thunder. Guess I'll have to make a part 2. Alright guys, I'll be right back.